right, well, let's get into it. Tory got found guilty. How do you feel about it? Go.
I well, that's the justice system. Me personally, this was gonna get thrown out. I thought this he was gonna end with an acquittal. I thought
Yeah.
you at least have one jury person that say it's not enough conclusive
Evidence.
evidence to say 100% to give this man 23 years, 100% on 23 years.
Right.
But that didn't happen, man.
Yeah.
That didn't happen on this case. I felt like this case should have been kind of treated like how they did O.J. Simpson.
Mm-hmm.
O.J. Simpson was found not guilty, or not excuse me. He was acquittal
He was
because
acquitted.
innocent and not guilty means two different things.
That's correct.
I'm not saying Tory Lanez is innocent.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying Tory Lanez was not guilty due
Right.
to insufficient evidence. But they should have did this thing like they did OJ, get him not guilty, and then Megan Thee Stallion come to sue the hell out of Tory Lanez
Right.
for civil trial.
I thought there was no way they
How
were
about
gonna.
yourself?
I thought there was no way they were gonna accuse him. I mean, find him guilty. Like we say, just because it was not enough evidence, the prosecution didn't provide a good enough case for us to believe that he did it. You know what I'm saying? So this was a shock
It's
to me.
almost like they. It's almost like they pick and choose what evidence to present.
Right.
Like take out all of the lies and from Megan Thee Stallion and her friend, remove all those lies and remove the statement from the independent witness where the man said he saw two people shooting a gun, a
Right.
male and a female.
Yeah.
Also, they were like, remove this statement too. I saw three people beating down one person.
Right.
So if me and Brandon are beating down one person, and Brandon, can you hear me, Brandon?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah. It's just delayed a
Okay.
little bit. Go ahead.
If me and Brandon are beating down one person, and I pull a gun and shoot the person, more than likely Brandon's gonna get charged with shooting too.
Yeah.
Because we were both doing the beating in the first place.
Right. But I just don't think that's what they wanted to do. They didn't want to do that. They wanted to find Tory guilty for
No,
this.
they didn't want to.
They didn't want to find Tory guilty, or they did.
No, they did wanted to do this. I agree with you. Go ahead.
Yeah. They had their man. It don't matter what happened. It doesn't matter if Chelsea is really if Chelsea said she shot Meg, I still think they might have want to still get Tory for it because they were like, well, Chelsea may be lying now. She might be trying to say this to save Tory's life or whatever, or and keep him out of jail. Like they just wanted Tory, and they already had their minds made up before the case even started, and that's why it's dangerous to have a jury and have it publicized and have all this stuff come out and have Meg sit down with Gail and do that interview and stuff because you're persuading people to be a certain side before the case has even started. You haven't even looked at the evidence yet. So
now I won't say it's dangerous to have a jury, Brandon.
Okay.
Because it only takes one of the 12 to disagree. That's when the shit gets thrown out.
I agree.
But I do think it was bias in here because they put a gag order on Tory Lanez for 2 years, and Megan had the free will to speak lies, truth, and her story to the world.
Yeah. And I think that go ahead. You gonna say something else?
And Tory Lanez did not have we got a little delay. That's why I've got to pause. And Tory Lanez did not have the opportunity to say anything or a rebuttal. You just got one side of the story,
right,
in the public.
And before people see this and think we're, I guess, siding with Tory Lanez, we're not necessarily siding with Tory Lanez. It's just we're trying to rely on the justice system to do the right thing. And if he goes to court and he presents his case and the prosecution does what they do and they fall short, then it's just up to the 12 jury, the people on the jury, to be like, this is not enough evidence. We can't convict him of these felonies because we haven't seen enough. And I just think they're wrong on that. But it is a movement where you need to protect black women, and I think that played a lot into this case and into people's minds. So we want to protect black women, but at the same time, go ahead.
In my opinion, Tory Lanez is not innocent.
Right.
He something, most likely he done something.
Right.
But also to the fact, gun residue was on 2 people.
Right.
And independent eyewitness saw 2 people shoot.
Right. And I think that,
so you just can't take all that stuff.
Go ahead.
And throw it out the window.
Right. They want to protect black women, but you can't let a black man be the fall guy for another black woman, because it could have been a black woman on a black woman. You know what I'm saying? And a black man was present and he played a part in it too. So I just wish more evidence came out. Now looking back, I wish Tory Lanez would have testified and gave his account of what happened that night. But I guess we'll never hear the real story from his eyes or his point of view.
Boy, Tory had to be real slick. I don't know, he's smart enough to go up there and talk. This whole thing he had to say. Go to stand, those girls was fighting, and I didn't shoot nobody for a fact, and that's all I know. I don't know nothing else. Like all the girls said, my hair was blurry. Right, I was drinking alcohol. I don't remember what happened, you know. And here's another thing that's really asinine. The jury, in my opinion, they decided to use no evidence from the courtroom itself. No testimony from the courtroom itself. And I think they only used testimony that happened months ago.
Yeah. Which is weird. And it's like he was set up to lose. And that's what they wanted to do. They wanted to present it. And they thought Kelsey was going to cooperate and do what they wanted her to do, but she did end up not doing it, because I think she knew they were trying to railroad Tory Lanez. And like I said, he might have shot her. It might have been an accident. I just don't think he need to go to jail for 22 years for an accident. And I think if he really meant to shoot Meg, he needs to go to jail. If he was trying to break up a fight, he needs to say, go ahead.
Vice President Dick Cheney shot a person all in the damn face with a shotgun. He said no damn time, Brandon. How many people get accidentally shot? Oh, well, watch this. The guy in New York, the receiver, Plesko, the black guy, shot himself in the leg. His own gun, shooting his own self.
In the leg. In
2 years in prison.
Right.
You know? So, you see how the system is so...
Right. And people get in their feelings and emotions.
Watch this, Brandon. 2 months ago, a guy in Walmart, gun went off, hit 2 people. He didn't go to jail or nothing.
Right.
And I think that's in Georgia.
Oh yeah. It's a case by case basis. And a lot of different things play in the part. So race plays in the part, sex plays in the part, where you are, how big of a celebrity you are, or you just a nobody, money talks. So you got to remember that. And it's not going to be fair. We say we want a fair justice system, but it's just not fair. You're not going to get the same crime. If I commit a crime in a state and you commit a crime in a state, and a white man commit a crime in the state, we might get all kind of different times, and some of us might not get any time at all. So that's just something to think about. Did you want to wrap anything up? Well, we're talking about more lesson learned with Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallion. Like, be careful with these situations you're in. You're having fun. You're drunk. Anything can happen, especially when firearms are around. Same thing with Takeoff. He didn't think he was going to lose his life. Meg didn't think she was going to get shot that night, but things can happen.
That's a good lesson learned. Watch the people who you're around with. Mm-hmm. Everybody in that car was halfway enemies with each other.
And halfway friends.
and the only person who wasn't an enemy was the driver, and he skipped town.
Right.
They needed
Which
the
don't make
person's
any sense.
testimony.
Right. And where else do they do that? Where an eyewitness on the scene and he was involved in the fight, quote, the witness that saw the whole fight, and we're not even trying to find him really. They were fake trying to find him, but they just let him just skip town and not be a part of this case. Why?
In real life, he'll go to prison for 3 years for doing that.
Right. But we're supposed to act like that's okay and this is just normal. No, that doesn't make any sense. Nothing with this trial made any sense, and it just lets you know that people with money and power, they can do whatever they want in the courtroom, and that's what we saw that today. Well, we saw that yesterday.
Hey, good day, everybody. My name is Louis, and I'm just came to let you know that I have the best financial book for Black people on the market today. This book is designed to help you with things like student loans, housing, employment, and also create income streams so you can support your family and provide security for everybody around you guys. This book is Black owned, and I use a whole lot of Black companies making this book. This book is available on the link below. Make sure you check it out, guys. Check out my reviews. As of today, every person who read my book gave me a phone call about how great the book is, guys. Don't miss this great opportunity to earn some black magic, guys. And it's a quick read and it's entertainment. Look at it. I got strippers in the name. But the book is called From Zero to 200K. You can check out this book with the link below. Have a good day.